So, starting that over, if we want to find the determinant of a matrix, we simply multiply by the main diagonal and then subtract the minor diagonal. So if we want to find the determinant of this matrix A, we take the 2 times the 5 and get 10, and then on the minor diagonal we multiply and we get -3, and so we want to take the 10 minus that -3. So 10 plus 3 is 13. Easy enough, right? Our second matrix B is a 2 by 2. Has to be a 2 by 2, 3 by 3. Has to be a square matrix to be able to find the determinant of it. And when we multiply on the main diagonal, we get 5. Minor diagonal, so 5 minus 0, 5. Okay. The determinant of the third is going to be 12, 12. So 12 minus 12, 0. Okay. And we learned last section that if we were trying to find the inverse of each of these matrices, we took the determinant, 1 divided by the determinant, times the mixed up matrix, provided the determinant was not equal to 0. So we know by looking at these three that C does not have an inverse. Okay? All right, so we want to find the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix now using the determinant method that we just found. That means that if we have a matrix A with values or elements of A, B, C, and D, and the determinant is not equal to 0, then the inverse is 1 over the determinant times the mixed up matrix, where we swap the main diagonal's values or elements, and then we change the signs of the minor diagonal. Okay? And then we multiply that through. So what would be the determinant of this matrix A? 4, -3, so 4 minus a -3, 7. Okay, so the inverse of this will be 1/7 times our mixed up matrix. How do I mix it up? What goes in the first spot? 4. What goes here? +1. What goes here? And then in the last one, 1, because we swap the main diagonal and we change the sign of the minor diagonals. Now we don't want to leave that because there's a scalar times a matrix and that's not simplified. So we would take 1/7 times every element. And we would get 4/7, 1/7, -3/7, and 1/7. Okay? So your job today is going to be to find a bunch of determinants of 2 by 2s. Yes, sir? We prefer fraction because when we're in decimal form, unless they terminate or repeat, then you end up with a big long, or you do some rounding and then it's not as accurate. So it's better to be in fraction form. Great question. Okay. All right. So and they will terminate or repeat at some point in time, but they will be very, very large. Okay. So your assignment for today is just a portion of what we're doing tomorrow. So we'll talk about finding determinants of 3 by 3s and 4 by 4s tomorrow. But I want you to do the 8 through 28 every other even. Okay, and then we'll add to it tomorrow. So just the 2 by 2s for tonight. 8 through 28 every other even. So you start with 8, skip 10, do 12, skip 14, and so on.